Hello and welcome. My name is Ifeanyi Uche and I'm here to guide you on the weekly preview for GBPUSD in the coming week of October 13th to 18th, 2013. But first, the review. In the past week, we saw GBPUSD moving up based on the dark cloud cover we cited, and as we projected, price actually touched 1.6125. So it was our first sell that was triggered and it got all the way down, and by the time it got to 1.595556 level, we picked up a buy, but then it didn't last as much, so we have to pull out. But then the sell already made up for the week, so it was a successful trading week for us. It was a profitable trading week. Now on to the preview for the coming week. In the coming week of October 13th to 18th, we still have on the weekly time frame, based on price analysis, we have a bearish continuation pattern. The dark cloud cover formed here experienced a continuation in the last week, so we have a bearish continuation. We're expecting a further fall of GBPUSD in the coming week. Now notice this, notice that there was a gap created here, some weeks back. Now price is going to make an attempt to block that gap. Okay, so we see that gap around 1.5874. okay, now between that 1.5874 and the opening here around 1.5938. okay, so price will be attempting to breach this gap to cover it, and if that happens, then there will be a strong bearish confirmation of GBPUSD heading down all the way, maybe going to test 1.5600. now very quickly, we have a strongly bearish bias for the coming week, so we want to find out our entry levels. I've already prepared my pivot point analysis, and from what we have here at M4X, we have our key levels here, which I've already plotted. Floor pivot point is at 1.5399, Woody's is at 1.5988, and Kamala sell is at 1.6014, and then of course the buy is at 1.5898, and we also have the first support at 1.5872 with first resistance at 1.6082. Anything is very possible here. Now remember, there's the max at 1.6041. These are strong key and important levels for us this week. Okay, now I've already fixed them here on this chart. Here you have them. This is the weekly pivot point here, the broken lemon green line here. Line here is the weekly floor pivot. The Kamala sell is here at 6014, while we have the max at 1.6041 here, and R1 is at 1.6082, while we have for Woody's pivot at 1.5988. Kamala buy is at 1.5898, and floor pivot S1 is at 1.5872. now we have 21-day moving average on this daily 4-hour time frame. All right, it's at 1.5986, close to the Woody's and the floor pivot points. Now on the daily time frame, it's already at 1.6048. that's close to the max pivot point, that's the resistance. So this is an important level. We are going to be quickly bringing in Fibonacci levels. So bringing Fibonacci levels, let me quickly remove this. Remember, here is very key for us. I'm going to switch to 4 hours here. Now I am going to draw a couple of Fibonacci levels. First off, this is Fibonacci retracement level for the last week, the week that just ended. So based on the fall from 1.6125 all the way down to 1.65915, we have this level 38.2 retracement is at 1.5995, which is around the same zone, the same area for floor pivot points and Woody's pivot points. And we have 50% retracement at 1.6020 within the same region as the Camarilla cell 6014. So we have a strong confluence here. Now if we pull in Fibonacci arc, we still have similar levels there. I've already turned it to eclipse. So we have a confluence here at 5995, at 56020, and we have at 6045. You know, 6045 tallies with the max resistance, which is the max sell level. So that's what we're having there. If you also still want to add further, let's for instance pull in the fan, and you might also add the time zone, and you still get, you know, the same levels. You can see there is a crossing here, which is a kind of intersection here, an intersection here, an intersection here. So these three levels are very, very strong and powerful for us, confirmed by the pivot points. Okay, all right. So, and the moving average, is also very key for us, because around the same level on 4 hours is around, you know, the same place, the same area. You have the floor, the Woody's, and of course the Camarilla. And on daily, you know, it's around where you have the max. Okay, now the next other thing I'm going to check out will be if I bring in my trend line. But before I do that, let's quickly add, this is based on the fall from the, you know, penultimate week. Fibonacci can actually go here. So we still have Fibonacci extension 38% is around the same 6047, very key. And then 1.6088 tallies with first level of resistance at 1.6082. Okay, now if you bring in the arcs, they will also work the same way. For instance, I pull in the arc here, Fibonacci arcs. Okay, all right, so they agree. Now I'm not done with that yet. Now let us look at where the gap was created. I'm going to switch to daily time frame here now. Now on the daily time frame, you see this gap. I'm going to work on an uptrend move from there. So this is my Fibonacci, and I'm going to work based on this all the way here. Of course, I could still capture it from the 4 hours time frame. Here is it. Just a little move down. Okay, here is it. So from here to here, now you see something important, something critical for us. 1.5887. That is the beginning of this move. You know, that the lowest recorded here. So price will come down very likely, and we will be watching price testing here. So perhaps our buying will be taking place around 1.5887. Now the Fibonacci, the Camarilla buy is at 1.5898. So I mean the gap is not very much. So 887 and 98, you know, still okay. So within this area we'll be jumping for a brief buying, and then perhaps as it returns to 38.2% retracement on the fall from 1.6125, we will be actually, you know, fixing in again for a sell. So depending on whatever happens. So these are key instructive key entry levels, buying around 1.5887 all the way to 5898, and then selling at 1.599 levels to all the way to 1.6020, 6030, 6047. But then I am picking just two sell levels this week at 1.6020, you know, all the way down to 5995. Okay, and then another sell level could be around the 1.6047. Okay, so I am very, very expectant that by the time price moves and makes that touch, because if it records a higher high than this week, and it might really be pointing to a bullish resumption, but then we can't preempt the market. So I am going to be selling around 1.6020 all the way down to 1.5995 and buying at 1.5887 levels all the way to 5898. That is my bias for this week on GBPUSD, and I'm sticking to this plan. I sure believe that if you follow this plan and just stick to this plan, you will save yourself from over trading in the course of trading this week. I want to wish you a very, very fantastic week. But before I go, very quickly look at the key important news events to expect this week from the forex market calendar. Monday is going to be very market maybe choppy. Monday, and then on Tuesday in the morning at 9:30 a.m. Local time, that's Nigerian time, we'll be expecting the CPI year-on-year and PPI input month-on-month from GBP. Okay, while on Wednesday we will be expecting the claimant count change, unemployment rate, and the average earnings index. Then on the same Monday, okay, well, we don't have much strong events from the US. However, Empire State Manufacturing Index, and it will be coming out at 1:30 p.m. on Tuesday, while the FOMC speech by Dudley will be on at 3 p.m. that day. But then I'm not going to pay much attention to all of that. Now, on Thursday, we will be expecting the retail sales report from the UK. That's month-on-month retail sales at 9:30 a.m. Lagos time. While by 1:30 p.m. we'll still be expecting the unemployment claims, while Philly Fed Manufacturing Index will be up at 3 p.m. on Thursday. Okay, so that will be about the key fundamentals that will be coming out from the US and Great Britain this coming week. I want to wish you a very fantastic and highly profitable trading week. Please do not overtrade. Just take a few trades and ask God to give you the grace and the wisdom to number your trades so you can apply your heart onto real trading wisdom. I wish you all the very best and make fantastic profits you can keep and multiply. Have a wonderful time. My name is Ifeanyi Uche from NaraForGold.net. Bye bye.